Today we will be building a fountain that can dispense rockets, food, ender pearls, EXP, and activate beacons. But first, I want to turn this ugly thing into a beautiful farmhouse. I want to thank you guys for the support thus far. We are very close to reaching 100 subs, and when we do hit it, I will make a very big special build for my dragon egg. Now, let's get to building. Welcome back everyone. This is where we left off last time. Again, I am happy with the result and how much everyone liked this build. Now for today, I think I'm going to move on to this monstrosity right here. I actually like the color palette, but we haven't done anything with it, so yeah, for now it houses all of our micro farms, and what I want to do is change the landscape a bit, and this for now is an even number, and I actually want it to be odd. I want this kind of building to have a middle, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and extend it to the right by one block. So I guess we can start with that. Okay, now that we moved this a bit, also I'm planning to do a few more changes. I'm actually gonna go ahead and change the landscape a bit. I'm gonna use some podzol. I think it goes really well for what I'm looking to do, and I'm gonna be adding some beetroot seeds and sweet berries around here to make it look nicer before I go on to detailing the build. Nice, nice. So let's check everything out. We added some details. The beetroot farm is looking nice. I added some signs along the side. A lot of windows around. I added a little berry bush type of vineyard over here. A lot of waxed windows. That should be I thought I put honeycomb on that. If you put honeycomb, they don't change their state. And I tried to do it to all of them. I don't know if I missed any. Here along the back, just made like a barn type X. A lot of it is looking really plain. What I am going to still add, I think, is maybe a chimney right around over here. And the other thing is, I want to have a few machines out here. I want to have a water pump. I want to have like a grape extractor, grape juice extractor, maybe a carrier for hay bales here. I want to add a few little bits and bobs that I found on Pinterest that I think would look really well. So yeah, for the inside, I just changed the floor for now. Used a bit of bamboo planks and block of bamboo. I can still change a lot in here. But other than that, yeah, I think I'm happy with the entrance. I'm happy with the outside. I don't want this build to be hyper detailed. I actually want the focus to be on the objects outside, the machinery. So let's go ahead and build those. There we go. That's a lot better. We added a lot more, well, a lot more vibrance to the area. This is like a hay bale carrier, a little bit of a water pump, a grape extractor distiller, making wine, I guess. Another barrel holding it up back here. And as I said, all of these are off, ow, ow, Pinterest, and I'm not sure who I saw it from, so sorry for not adding it. This is a small wheelbarrow. But now I think it's time to go on to the main event, which is going to be this middle piece to the town, like a fountain with a lot of added utilities to it, which is going to be great. So let's get to it. Well, so I kinda forgot that there's like this huge cave under here that goes way down into all directions, so it's kind of a good thing because I had to clear a big area anyway to do the redstone, but eh. Um, yeah, as for the centerpiece, I actually really like it. It just looks really weird floating. As soon as we get down some more of the decorations around, it's gonna look better. But for now, I think I'm just going to do the redstone. I'm probably gonna do it and then show it to you guys and explain everything. And yeah, we can take it from there. Oh, I'm really in love with this angle. It looks so good. We have finished up the fountain and we made a few decorations along the way. So let's see how the fully functional centerpiece or fountain works. The lever is for all 4 beacon effects. The red button is for a full stack of rockets that come right up here. the yellow button is for a full stack of food. The blue button is for 12 ender pearls. I couldn't exactly get it to 16, but it's fine because I don't use them enough. And the white button is for bottles of XP. Now, an elytra has 432 durability. So I'm going to go down while I explain to you how exactly I calculated how many XP bottles I would need. First of all, if my tools are fully dead, you can't use bottles of XP to repair them. You really need any XP farm at that point. So the bottles of XP are more of like a supplement. And I usually just repair half of my elytra or something. So 1 EXP gives 2 durability, and a bottle of enchant gives a random amount of XP between 3 and 12 XP split into 3 orbs. So on average, each of them gives around 7 XP. So if you calculate that an elytra has 432 durability divided by 2, that goes up to around 31 bottles, so I made it dispense exactly 32 bottles. Now, you're wondering how this all works. This seems like a big noodle mess. However, it's a lot simpler than it looks. If I can just get up there. Okay, there's where the ender pearls come in handy. So, the button is sitting on top of a block, and underneath that is a node block. Now, I take the signal of the node block out this way and that way. So let's start with this way first. I alternate them so it's easier to do my lines of redstone. Now the observer sees it and it goes down to a pulse extender. This makes sure that the signal is up longer, and it pushes a piston so an observer can look into another observer, creating a clock of droppers that dispense the bottles of enchanting. One small thing, only for the bottles of enchanting I use dispensers. Everything else uses droppers. So this is the line for the XP bottles. This, and I'm not even sure which line is which right now, but okay, this one is for the fireworks. And I had to play a bit with the pulse extenders to find the sweet spot for a stack of items or half a stack of items. This is how I used to get a full stack of items. It's one repeater on one tick, another one on 2, another one here on 1, and it's just a comparator line, and it's the same clock going into 3 dispensers. That gives out exactly 64. Now 64 divided by 3 is not possible. However, because the way the clock works, one of the dispensers always gives more, I think. So this is how I did it for the carrot and for the rockets, because we need a full stack. For the ender pearls, I just did a very simple one, just a straight line going in, and it's the same for the EXP bottles. The XP bottles actually have half the one that the golden carrots and the rockets have. And last but not least, we have the first line that is over here that goes down for the pistons and the beacons. So it's just a very simple redstone line coming down, nothing special, and it goes into all 4 spots where the beacons are under here. Now, if you flick on the lever, it pushes the blocks in front and it cancels out the signal, and you do the opposite to turn on the signal. Hello, this is Future Editing Achilles. I realized I didn't show you guys something, so if you want to build it, this is important. The way these clocks work is I have the dispensers and droppers looking inward, like this. In the middle there is a soul sand block and a water bubble column coming up, and behind the dispenser and dropper there are some observers looking out, and then a whole line of observers looking up. So this is how you create a dropper clock. So back to the video. I'm actually really glad I built this, and the best part I think is my input is hidden right over here. If you name barrels, the name stays up there. So I just take a hopper line out of each one of them, and they come down into their respective chains over here. This is the XP bottles, this is the carrots, and I don't need to name them underground or anything because I have the naming overground. It's really simple. Whenever I need anything, which I needed a lot, I can come here, get my full stack, and let's say I don't want them to take 2 spots in my inventory, I can just go ahead and put one back. It's really perfect. I added small details around the small places with the pots. I added a couple of benches, very simple design with campfires. I am overall very happy. I honestly think everyone should build something similar in their world. Don't be too scared to build this, it's not as difficult as it seems. The only thing I forgot to show you is that the other side of the lines, right up there, I just have an observer looking at the node block, so when the button gets pressed, the target block gets the signal, it goes into a repeater, and then it moves down a redstone line into the pulse extender. It's a lot simpler redstone than you might think, so I would highly recommend you trying to do this as well. I was quite sick in the beginning of making this video, so sorry if my voice was a bit raspy, but overall, thank you very much. I want to thank you guys again for almost 100 subscribers. I think I might dedicate my huge build that's coming up as my 100 subscriber special. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.